Want to know what the worst breakfast is for weight loss? The worst breakfast is one that consists mainly of refined or starchy carbohydrates. So what I mean by this are things like toast or any sort of cereal, muesli with yogurt, any sort of pastry, croissant, muffin, any of these things. Pop-Tarts, I don't know why that came into my head. Hopefully none of you are eating Pop-Tarts for breakfast, but if you are, that's what I'm talking about. Now, the reason this is the worst breakfast when it comes to weight loss is that when we eat a meal high in starchy carbohydrates, a couple of things happen in our body. Firstly, they're digested pretty quickly, and this means that there's a rapid rise in blood sugar, which kind of gives us that feeling of being almost high or having a lot of energy, which seems great at the time. But when we have a rapid rise in blood sugar, it's followed by a rapid crash, which drops our energy and then has us searching for the next thing that's going to give us that quick burst of energy. And the thing we're going to turn to then is more starchy carbohydrates, which is going to keep us locked in that energy high, energy low, blood sugar high, blood sugar low cycle. And that's going to be very detrimental, not just to your energy and to your mood, but to any sort of weight loss effort. Now, along with this rapid increase in blood sugar, your body actually releases a huge amount of insulin to counteract that. Insulin is a fat storage hormone. So what that means is that it signals your body to store fat. So this is the last thing we want when we're trying to actually lose fat. Not only this, statistics have shown, or studies have shown, that for those people who eat a breakfast high in starchy carbohydrates, they tend to be more hungry throughout the rest of the day and tend to eat more throughout the rest of the day. So again, something that's going to be very detrimental if you're looking to achieve any sort of weight loss. So if this is the worst, what's the best breakfast that you can have to really support your weight loss? The best breakfast is going to be one that is mainly based around good quality protein, good quality fat. So what I mean by this, here are some options here would be, say, some scrambled eggs with a little bit of avocado and maybe some sauteed veggies to get some extra fiber and some extra nutrients in. If you're someone who can digest dairy, low-fat cottage cheese, add some nuts, add some seeds, add some fresh fruit, maybe some cinnamon. It's going to be a great option because you've got good quality protein, good quality fat there. One of my favorite options, especially at the moment where here in Australia, it's the middle of summer, it's really hot. I don't really feel like a big meal for breakfast. So I'm making up a smoothie with heaps of veggies. It tends to be a green smoothie, so a lot of veggies, a little bit of fruit, some good quality fat. I always chuck in some avocado or some peanut butter or some chia seeds. And I also put in some vegan protein powder. The reason I use vegan is that it's just so much more easily digested. It's a lot easier on the gut. So these are some really great options. Now, the benefits and why we want to go this way is when we have a meal that's based around good quality protein, good quality fat, it actually sets you up really powerfully for the day. It doesn't have an extreme effect on your blood sugar, which means your energy levels are going to stay pretty smooth. Your mood is going to stay pretty smooth, and that's going to help minimize or reduce or manage any cravings that you have. Not only that, the protein and the fat set your body up really powerfully metabolically, which means it's basically just putting you in the prime internal environment to really support your ongoing weight loss. Now, as I say all of this, I don't want you to start to think, don't think I'm hating on carbs. There's definitely a time and a place, and all of those things I mentioned at the start of the call, the examples of those starchy carbs, all of those are delicious. I get it. But we just don't want to have them first thing in the morning. Now, you can include some starchy carbohydrates in your breakfast. You just want to make sure that it's like the side dish, not the main event. So if you are someone who tends to eat a really high carbohydrate breakfast and you're finding it hard to see some weight loss, or you struggle with cravings, or you struggle with your energy levels or your mood, see if you can slowly switch it over to having a breakfast that is more protein and fat based. And just take note of what happens to your energy, to your cravings, to your mood, and to your weight loss.